Hi there. As promised, these lamps finally arrived from the post. Mind, they didn't take too bad, it was only 2 days. And I'll show in detail, if I can, exactly what is inside. It looks like a normal squirrel cage. The envelope is somewhat larger. It's a larger size than normal. As I say, you get an idea. There's my hand, so you know, it gives you an idea. It definitely is a larger envelope. Now, what we got inside. Now, I first saw this and assumed incorrectly that it was a Beretta. In fact, I even contacted the person that was selling it because he had inquired. He said if anyone knows what it could be, let him know. Well, I did get in touch with him and suggested that it could be a Beretta. Now, he then published it on eBay, and I looked at the picture again, and what I hadn't realised the first time, and I'll try and get this so you can actually see it. Have a look at this. There is actually 3 lead-in wires. 3 lead-in wires. The one on the right is actually connected to the filament on both sides. So you trace the filament up from that one. I'm trying to get it as clear as I can. There's where it's actually joins, and the filament goes up and comes down and goes to the middle wire. The other wire goes to the other end. So the 2 on the left hand side actually go to each end of the actual filament. The one on the right is a tap to the filament, so you've got the bulk of the other filaments intact, but it's tapped off on like one loop. Now, what is interesting, why I thought it may have been a Beretta, have a look at the base. I don't know if anyone's ever seen a lamp base like that. It's the old-fashioned valve base, the old European 4-pin. It is a standard valve base or tube base with 4 pins. Well, as Berettas were used in radio receivers, I had assumed that's what it was, and it was just used a valve base. Most do use the Edison screw, but in this case I thought, well, no, it's a valve base. Anyhow, when I noticed the 3 contacts, I thought, right, well, there's 2 left on eBay, I'll grab them, and that's what I did. And I'm rather pleased I did. Now, if we look also, and this might interest Ethan because he bought some lamps from Urban Ore, and they were maritime lamps. And the English ones that he bought had, if I can get it clear, had that symbol on it. I can't seem to get it very clear. You might just make it out. It's the anchor symbol, which tells me it's something to do with the Royal Navy. Let's see if it's clearer on the other one. No, in fact the other one's not as clear as that one. But it is the normal mark that you get. Let's see. I'm trying to get it clear. I know I'm spending a bit of time on the video because it's quite interesting. And what it also shows is 105 volt, 17 volt, 80 watt. So I would assume that the longest part of the filament is 105 and the shortest part is 17. The 80 watt would presumably refer to the longest part, the 105. Anyhow, that's what we've got there. Show you the top. It's got a standard Osram name. They never put the etch very well on these. You just touch it once and it rubs off. You can just make it out. It's got Osram. On the top of that it's got Patent GEC Limited, I think. It's also got a number, and these are helpful for people that can date these. It looks like 77. I think it's 77. But anyhow, there's the lamp. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to come back in a minute.